So New Year's Eve's coming around. You probably have all of these different things you want to achieve. I'm gonna start going to the gym. I'm gonna start making money online. And you have this huge list of tasks you want to do. What I want you to do right now, look at all of the tasks you're planning to achieve this year, all of your resolutions, and think, do I believe I can achieve it? Genuinely. Now, don't bullshit yourself, by the way. Don't try to convince yourself, yeah, I'm gonna do. What was the first initial thought you had in the back of your brain when you heard that question? Was there a bit of doubt? Was there this voice at the back of your head that was telling you you're not gonna do it? That it's unlikely, that the chances of you actually doing that thing are very low? What I want you to do right now, and it's not gonna be easy, it's not gonna happen in a snap. Grab that voice that's telling you you're not gonna do it and fucking destroy it. Because belief is the only thing you need this year. I promise you. No matter what goals you set for yourself, belief is the only thing you're gonna need. Without it, you're like a fish in a dried out ocean. Without belief, you're not gonna do anything. Trust me. I'm actually gonna tell you a story so you can visualize this better. Exactly a year ago, I started lifting weights. You know, I was skinny as flying fuck. I only weighed like, 54 kg? I was tiny. And as I started progressing throughout the months, once I got to like September or October, I asked myself, should I do maxes? You know how you have these 1 rep maxes where bodybuilders try to see how strong they are for 1 rep of an exercise? I asked myself, should I try that? And I spoke to all my gym bros about it, and they were like, hell yeah, I'm gonna bench 225 before the end of the year. Pretty much all of my friends were hitting their first 225s, and it was just me, the gym newbie, not knowing what I want to achieve. And since everybody had a bench max, I thought I should set a goal for myself as well. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna bench 80 kilos. Throughout this whole year of lifting, I gained like 10 kilograms of muscle. That's like 20 pounds, I think. I'm not from the US, so I don't know. And while was benching 63 kilos, while weighing 63 kilos, benching 80 kilos, that's a pretty high strength to mass ratio. And it would be pretty impressive to do that. So I started working towards that goal. I started progressing on my strength, but I had this slight doubt in the back of my head that I'm not going to do it. And every time I procrastinated, every time, I didn't reach my calorie goals, or every time I'd opt for a bad snack, that voice would get louder and louder until the day finally came. It was on this Friday, exactly 3 days ago. Guess how much I benched? Guess what my bench max ended up being? I'll let you know, it wasn't 80. It wasn't 80 kilos. Do you know what it was? 75. You can imagine how salty I fucking was. All of my friends hit the 225, by the way. All of them bench 100 kg. Everybody, is so happy about themselves. And I was happy for my boys, of course. But I felt this anger, this sort of pain that I couldn't do anything about because I lost. I didn't reach the goal. This is what lack of belief can do to you. You can be just a step away from achieving that thing. And that's when you stay. Just like I did. 5 kg was the difference. That's like, I don't even know, 10 pounds? I should stop guessing and give you the exact numbers, but you get the point. If you don't put your heart to it and your mind to it, you're not going to put your body to it. One controls the other. You're not going to do it, though, I believe. Now, I want to go back to the topic of New Year's Eve resolutions because there's a concept I learned from a YouTuber called AJ. I actually spoke to him before. He's a pretty chill guy. From his recent video, I learned a concept that's pretty interesting. If you have New Year's Eve resolutions, you're a little bit of a bitch. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it to you. You're a little bit of a bitch. You know why? Because you could have started doing that thing, the thing you want to achieve, right now. And you would have been several days ahead. Instead, what you end up doing, you wait till January 1st. It's gonna be my year. You could have had such a head start if you just grab yourself by the balls and put in the discipline and just started right now. Sure, it wouldn't look as cool. It would have been exactly 12 months. Achieving it throughout the year is better. Fuck. The earlier you start, the earlier you get it. That's a basic concept. I don't have to really put much explanation into it because you get it. I think your little monkey donkey brain can understand what I'm saying. It's not complicated. The earlier you start, the earlier you get it. So why the fuck are you waiting all the way till January 1st? Where you could have started right now and been several days ahead. Now, one more thing before we finish off this video, because there's this misconception a lot of y'all have. You think you need motivation. I made a whole ass video on motivation if you want to check it out. But there's one thing I didn't say in this video that I've learned quite recently. Motivation's like a short-term solution to a long-term problem. It's January 1st right now. You're gonna have this motivation to go to the gym or whatever habit you're trying to adapt. But in the span of 2 weeks, you're gonna end up like you did last year, I bet. You're gonna run out of the motivation you had. And then what you gonna do? You know what you need? You know what's the second most important thing that comes after belief? You already know what I'm going to say. In the back of your head, you're like, oh my fucking God, don't say that word, bro. Don't say that word. You need discipline. Discipline and belief, these two things go hand to hand. They're like a hammer and a nail. Work with together perfectly. If you have both, you're truly set for success. Now, obviously, it's not easy to build that discipline. Matter of fact, and oftentimes having the discipline is way harder than having the belief. But you want to change. If you want, you genuinely want to change, don't you? That's why I have all these fucking resolutions. I'm stuttering so fucking much. If you lack motivation to do something, it just shows how little that thing actually matters to you, doesn't it? Think about it. If you cared about achieving that goal so fucking much, you would never run out of motivation. If you really care about achieving that goal, then why are you questioning your lack of motivation? If it's something you genuinely want to achieve so fucking hard, you should be thinking about it 24/7. You wouldn't even take running out of motivation into account. You wouldn't even consider it an option. It would be impossible for you. Alright, now I hope you're not mad at me for shitting on your New Year's Eve resolutions a little bit. And that you actually understood what I meant with this video. And if you like the way I talk, you're more than welcome to check out my other ones if you'd like. Alright, G. I don't have anything else to tell you in this video. I'll see you when you make it.